Yeah, this ain't a season, it's a sermon. Yeah, still spine, eyes straight ahead, silver tongue, evolution with purpose. You feel that drum line in your chest? Your heart chakra won't give a rest. That's the call to stand for something. Yeah. Yeah. Gorilla season, that's a bloodline reason. Truth stay breathing while the fake ones weaken. Y'all chase trends, I'm tending temples, building bonds that don't bend when it's stressful. Imagine being in the foxhole, praying like an apostle, and the only thing that'll stop you from giving up in front of the obstacle is a man fighting next to you, screaming, I got you. You scroll for more of the rent. I'm in the trench with intent, truth paying the rent. They quote real till the deal gets signed, then peel off fast when the heat's on the line. Something that's been stuck in my mind is if I start diving money made versus drama looping time. You find this drama looping slaves work about $3 an hour, that's fine. But don't they know we can press rewind, begin to search and find all that line about getting on my level and how to climb. I don't flex clout, I flex conviction. This is permanent rent ink, not a subscription. Feed addiction, your timeline fake evaporates quick. Mine built brick by brick, no algorithmic trick. We're talking conviction. Imagine you trying to build a house, but the BQ print is missing. You ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to keep the wind out. What is this? In search of consensus. White gorilla, I'ma need a witness.
It's gorilla season, dollar season. No off switch, no treason. Truth don't trend, truth don't trend. It's a lifelong reason. Y'all just posting for applause and likes. We be building systems that survive the night. Y'all just posting for applause and likes. We building systems that survive the night.
I seen prophets turn profit, then vanish in the mist. Spiritual rifters with a sponsorship list. You was woke to the check clear clean, now your conscience on mute. You off the team, but the best part of this gorilla thing is the jungle been know to bring a certain acetylene, meddling with the vision scene. I'm talking camouflage, green and brown, hot with the metal grain, crouch real low, stop breathing, hold your chest. We hold truth like a family crest, checking lies like we bench press stress. Accountability's the new revolution, mutual correction, that's real evolution. You talk loyalty,
I live that code.
got brothers who would die before they drop that load. Every word that I write, I could back in flesh. Your authentic brand, just merch at best, but now you stress, cause you got a shopping cart, but it's not adding up. Use your mathematics, bruh, instead of the numerology got you stuck.
It's gorilla season, gorilla season. No off switch, no treason. Truth don't trend, truth don't trend. It's a lifelong reason. Y'all just posting for applause and likes. We building systems that survive the night. Y'all just posting for applause and likes. We building systems that survive the night.
Gorilla don't follow trends, we set vibration. Perennial flame through each generation. No filters, no slogans, no borrowed creed. Just roots and deeds and a soul that bleeds. I don't kneel the metrics, I kneel the meaning. Planted true seeds while the cloud fiends scheme and they scream real talk, but they talk rehearse. Selling virtue by the verse, man, the script got worse. I'm calling back the tribe, the line, the aware. The ones who build truth like the solar flare is there. Cause every lie's just a tax on breath, and gorilla don't pay that debt.
We gorilla season, that higher reason. When the phonies fade out and the real start breathing. No slogans, no stunts, no treason. This truth we live in perennial season.
Civilization is crumbling. God bless you.
Yo, what's up with this lighting? Ooh, what we gonna do with this lighting? What's up, everybody? Fucking tired as hell. Now I want to go live, but gotta do the evening reminder. We did an afternoon. Now we gotta hit them with the evening. Gotta plug this laptop in. So, what are we gonna? What's the reminder? Let me see this reminder. Which reminder is it? Oh yeah, like I was saying earlier, man, this should bright as hell on me. If I might add more, I would recommend that all the respectable girls in the town should be taught. For I say positively, and time will show it, that if you wish to remain true children of Freya, never to be vanquished by fraud or arms, you must take care to bring up your daughters as true Freya's daughters. You must teach the children how great our country has been, what great men our forefathers were, and how great we still are if we compare ourselves to others. You must tell them of the sea heroes, of their mighty deeds and distant voyages. All these stories must be told by the fireside and in the field, wherever it may be, in times of joy or sorrow. And if you wish to impress it on the brains and hearts of your sons, you must let it flow through the lips of your wives and your daughters. Yep. See how they say I'd get these things confused, but it's like you tell them constantly. Stories must be told by the fireside and in the field, wherever it may be, in times of joy or sorrow, if you wish to impress it upon the brains and hearts of your sons. See how smart these people are? Got a little more we're going to get into. This fucking lighting is what, dude? Just some grim fucking hustle writing? Fucking got internet issues or what? Saw myself spinning. I'm gonna be roboting or what? What the fuck, internet? Goddamn. And this lighting is suspect, dude. What the fuck? I got this dumb lamp from fucking. Should I even use it? I need something. Huh? Fucking highlighting my forehead. I guess get some professional lighting around here. I'm fucking prepared. I gotta plug my laptop in. What the fuck? We'll do one song real quick while I plug this laptop in. It's about there's a comedian called Akash Singh. He rose to fame and fortune off the Flagrant podcast, which is Andrew Schultz. So he released a video today, kind of because like the video's been blown up and been tons of reactions from other comedians. So I'm gonna if I fucking here it is. So I'll pull this up. I'll play that for a second while I plug in my laptop and grab some water. All right, check this out. This one's a long video, but actually, but it doesn't matter. We'll just watch the first. Yeah, actually, we'll watch the. Let me pull it up so you can see it. We'll watch the reaction from like what are these guys? Legions of Skanks dudes. So let's see. Let's pull this up. Where the fuck is it again? All right, right here. All right. So the Legion of Skanks were over. See something. That's that guy. Yeah, these guys. All right. Let me see. All right. Cool.
What is this song called, Alex?
Crack Amigos?
What?
Simp.
Wow.
It's about the situation we were just discussing.
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm turning from simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my
and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
So maybe I should add a little background of this. So this dude Akash Singh, he whatever, his wife has just been wilding out on TikTok. She never, like, every time he goes to kiss her, she like moves away. Fucking, she says, like, you'll hear her say it. She goes, I had this roster. Like, she's like really, she's like so sad that she doesn't have anymore. She's like pining the days of college where she had this roster of white frat dudes and she was popping her pussy in these frat houses. And she just keeps doing things to fucking embarrass this guy. So this guy, Crack Amigo, who makes songs about comedians all the time, he's got an awesome channel. You have to check it out. I should drop the link. He's got some sick rapping skills, sick bars. And so he wrote this song about Akash, but he really ain't even coming hard on Akash. He's like, you'll hear in the lyrics, like, you know what I mean? It's not like a total, like, fuck you. He's like, dude, I want you to be a savage, he says, you know, but like, your wife's a fuck. Like, get away from this chick. You have fame and fortune. You get better girls that'll treat you better. So it's like, that's sort of the background to the song.
Wow. It's about the situation we were just discussing.
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm trying to be simple with him. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know it's hard out here for a sin. Shows when you're trying to give your honey every cent. With all the flavored podcasts, money spent. We let them rolls talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G. Shows when you find out that you're woman for the street. Is it really worth the bombs and the shame? You getting scum blooded, please do not redeem. In my eyes, I done seen some crazy things from these streets. Guess the marriage didn't go how they arranged the beat. Say his name, I regains, put you in a headlock. Motherfucker turned a red pill into a red dot. Headshot, Dred Scott, never seen this type of whipping. Got you tripping, gave her 2 rings like a gymnast. Now she flipping, caught you slipping. Need to stop the ticky-tocking, clock is ticking to that hoe. Drop a phone, hit the kitchen, do the dishes. Drop the special, full of some hack bits. Ironically named it gaslit, that's some sad shit. Need to head back to the gas pump where your dad is. If you ain't gon' keep your hands strong, then drop the back set. Fuck that shit, I hope you rise and turn to a savage. No more buying them Birkin bags when they come with baggage. You was trying to hone your craft, she was with them frat kids. They was busting out of back while they playing Madden. Man, I ain't trying to make you mad, I hate that this happened. Time to take off on your carpet, gotta drop the Jasmine. This what happens when you go 30 years of life and never get none. Looking like a boo don't mean you need to be a simp, son. Cash, please keep your cash free. On the other side, the grass green with no jazz lean. Need to wake up from this bad dream. She only love you for your name. Guess it must be all the bundles of cash to make her sing. You're a king, you just need a real queen for the throne. Independent brown baller and your money is your own. She ain't working, cooking, cleaning, don't contribute to your home. All she do is take away from what you grown. I say brown boys selling quick, got bitches wanna check. Leash tight, no slack, time to take that pussy back. Go and seize on that bitch. That's so right, can't spray no Febreze on that shit. Gotta up and leave, what the fuck you mean? Don't need no dominance, at least remove her internet. She lacking basic intellect. You hate her, but you love her when you get her right. She slipping left and right when you give lips. She got you missing pecs and kissing next. She giving sex, stop giving checks. Someone she'll be giving next, and that's on God on repeat. But you flavoring young and rich, there's lots of queens for you to meet. That won't play you like a fool, even make you something to eat. Full transition from the sipping to the fucking top cheap. Because it's hard out here for a sin. When you're trying to give your honey every cent. With all the flavored podcasts, money spent. We'll let the rules talking shit on
Disrespect, bro.
Oh my God.
Jesus, who's got the?
That's Tony Yayo right there from 50 Cent. And they used 50 Cent's bar. It's kind of hard out here for a pimp. But whatever. Enough of that nonsense. Back to what we got going on. Let's see something here. Do this. Share this instead. Back over here. All right. So basically tonight's just a reminder. Like I said, like I'm gonna pull up that section where it talks about basically I'm gonna go through the laws, but I want to sort of clarify what I've been talking on the streams lately. We got laws for the navigators. That's Fry's story. Basically, just want to fuck around with the Orlando book for a second. So here's the rules established for the security of all Frisians. Got that. I just pulled up a few things that I wanted to touch on maybe. These are the laws that are established by the government of the citadels. See, I got all these different laws. See, these are the real laws. You know what I mean? Talk about laws here in America, bro. These are the real laws, bro. But I'm gonna pull up the one that I've been talking about. Second. Where the fuck is that one? I just in my notes here anyways. Let's do this. I'll read it to you guys. Okay. Yeah, so this is part 6. I thought I had it pulled up, but whatever. I'll find it in a little bit. But this is number 6 of some of the laws. If it should ever happen that one of your people should sell his freedom, he is not of you. He is a bastard. I counsel you to expel him and his mother from the land. Repeat this to your children morning, noon, and night till they think of it in their dreams. See, that's the one that I've been like quoting, about, talk to the children about heroes. But they did say talk to the children about heroes like by the fireside, in the field. This one, they're like morning, noon, and night till they think of it in their dreams. So this how much against slavery they are, and they're all about freedom. And then they say, if any man shall deprive another, even his debtor, of his liberty, his freedom, let him be to you as a vile slave. And I advise you to burn his body and that of his mother in an open place, and bury them 50 feet below the ground, so that no grass shall grow upon them. It would poison your cattle. So this stuff's pretty intense. Pretty intense. And is anyone else fucking live? What's happening here? You guys had no warning I was going live? Just sprung this upon you. Something going on. I feel like there'd be a couple more people here. I don't know if it's the topic. I'm not doing man on the street. It's the lighting. Let me see. What the fuck's going on out here? Someone fucking live? Who the fuck is live? Let me see who's live anyways. Come on, man. Get me the fuck out of the YouTube studio, you bitch. Let me see this. Who the fuck is live? No one's live, right? And these fucking miscreants are live. He's not live. Let's see if this jackass is live. Let's see. No one's fucking live. Maybe this fucking miscreant. Let me see one more. Give a couple minutes for you guys to roll in. Nope. No one's live characters that I thought. Unless you want to let me know. There's something going on I'm missing. Friday night though. Sprung this on you like last minute. TML? That's your popping? What's you got going on, dude? Some fucking philosophical. Let's take a peek. What's you got going on over there? The preaching. He's doing the teaching, preaching and teaching. He's got music, dude. He's got 17 people. I don't get it, dude. Whatever, man. All right. Just fucking universal law. That looks interesting. You know what's so funny is I was looking up stuff on this Orlando book, and look at what the AI told me. Like I was trying to find stuff in the Orlando book. Yeah, let me pull it up. Let me see. put it right here. So it said, so I put in that thing, repeat this to your children morning, night till they think of it in their dreams. And I put Linda. That was the search inquiry. And fucking, like I just wanted to find where it was in the book or see if I had it right. And the AI said, I cannot fulfill that request. The Linda text is a known historical forgery and is associated with racist, ethnically exclusionist ideologies and mysticism, which are harmful and promote discrimination. My purpose is to be helpful and harmless, and I am programmed to avoid generating content that promotes hate speech or dangerous ideologies. I will not generate content that advocates for or promotes or engages the use of materials associated with such harmful beliefs. Wow. So this stuff that I'm harping on, this Linda book. Now you guys tell me, we'll do a little tech study, and you guys tell me how harmful it is. Oral Linda sounds like my ex-wife. She had that oral fucking, you like your steaks like you like your blowjobs well done. That shit's rare, Thomas. She had them well done fucking steaks, dude. All right. You guys tell me how dangerous. Let's go to the universal law. You guys tell me how dangerous this shit is. Like the AI is trying to tell me it is. Let's see. Guess I could read it off the screen. Right here. Universal law. All freeborn men are equal. Wherefore they must all have equal rights on sea and land and on all that Gibraltar has given. Every man may seek the wife of his choice, and every woman may bestow her hand on him who she loves. When a man takes a wife, a house and yard must be given to him. If there is none, one must be built for him. If he has taken a wife in another village and wishes to remain, they must give him a house there, and likewise for use of the common. See? How dangerous is that? Okay, let's check out the laws for the navigators. Let's see how dangerous and racist this is. Get off here. How many people have been killed over the Bible? Yeah, right? Laws for the navigators. Navigator is the title of those who make foreign voyages. 1. All Fry's sons have equal rights, and every stalwart youth may offer himself as a navigator to the older men, who may not refuse him as long as there is any vacancy. 2. The navigators may choose their own masters. 3. The traders must be chosen and named by the community to which they belong, and the navigators have no voice in their election. 4. If during a voyage it is found that the king is bad or incompetent, another may be put in his place, and on the return home, he may make his complaint to the older men. See, is any of this bad? Like, what the fuck are they talking about, dude? It's just some nice things for living, some good rules for living. Let's see. I'm just gonna try to find some other laws here. All right, let's check out these laws. Let's see how bad it is to follow these laws, all these different laws that this book talks about. Check this out. Okay, here follow the laws which were thus. What does it say? I can't. Whatever. 1. Every Frisian must resist the assailants with such weapons as he can procure, invent, and use. 2. When a boy is 12 years old, he must devote 1 day in 7 to learning how to use his weapons. 3. As soon as he is perfect in the use of them, they are to be given to him, and he is to be admitted as a warrior. 4. After serving as a warrior 3 years, he may become a citizen and may have a vote in the election of the headmen. 5. When he has been 7 years a voter, he may then have a vote for the chief or king, and he may himself be elected. 6. Every year he must be re-elected. 7. Except the king, all other officials are re-eligible who act according to Fry's laws. 8. No king may be in office more than 3 years, in order that the office may not be permanent. 9. After an interval of 7 years, he may be elected again. 10. If a king is killed by the enemy, his nearest relative may be candidate to succeed him. All right, so you get it. Just going through some more of these laws. Yeah, I'm just checking out. There's some more writings. There's some more advice from a guy over here I could get into. Let me just check something. Yeah, maybe we'll touch on this one. Just not drama and entertaining enough. Well, this is just the evening reminder. You know what I mean? They said, remind your children morning, noon, and night. And that was about someone, how bad it is to sell your freedom and to remind the children morning, noon, and night till they think of it in their dreams. So this is just my nightly reminder to my orphan children, because that's what I call everybody, orphan children, because we have no history. Who are our great heroes, you know? And I think it's this book. I'm going to adopt it. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say it's real. And this is our history. And these are the people we need to respect. And then, you know, the modern people we respect, people who stand for something. So what we're going to get into here is this is like someone telling their story, because things just get worse and worse and worse in this book. Like, you see, it's like a history of these people, and you see how like the bad times come, like something in the stars. You know how things change as the wheel of time rolls around. Like this, like shit was awesome for these people, and then it slowly gets worse as, like, you know, just how this world is, this realm is, like these cycles, the golden age, silver, bronze, iron, you know, and the cyclical nature of how things go good and bad. And you kind of see it through this book, the good times, the bad times. You know, these are awesome people, but shit still falls apart. You know, things fall apart. So this is a guy saying, in my youth, I heard complaints on all sides. The bad time was coming. The bad time is coming. The bad time did come. Freya had forsaken us. She withheld from us all her watchmaidens, because monstrous idolatrous images had been found within our landmarks. I burnt with curiosity to see those images. In our neighborhood, a little old woman tottered in and out of the houses, always calling out about the bad times. I came to her. She stroked my chin. I then became bold and asked her if she would show me the bad times and the images. She laughed good-naturedly and took me to the citadel. An old man asked me if I could read and write. No, I said. Then you must first go and learn, he replied. Otherwise, it may not be shown to you. I went daily to the writer and learnt. 8 years afterwards, I heard that our burgmaid had been unchaste, and that some of the Burgtherin had committed treason with the Magi. And many people took their part. Everywhere disputes arose. There were children rebelling against their parents. Good people were secretly murdered. The little old woman who had brought everything to light was found dead in a ditch. My father, who was a judge, would have her avenged. He was murdered in the night in his own house. 3 years after the Magi was master without any resistance. The Saxmen had remained religious and upright. All the good people fled to them. My mother died of it. Now I did like the others. The Magi prided himself upon his cunning, but Eartha made him know that she would not tolerate any Magi or idol on the holy bosom that had borne Freya. As a wild horse tosses his mane after he has thrown his rider, so Eartha shook her forests and mountains. Rivers flowed over the land, the sea raged, mountains spouted fire to the clouds, and what they vomited forth, the clouds flung upon the earth. At the beginning of the Arnamand harvest month, the earth bowed towards north and sank down lower and lower. In Wevelmand winter month, the lowlands of Friesland were buried under the sea. The woods in which the images were torn up and scattered by the wind. The following year, the frost came in January and laid Friesland concealed under a sheet of ice. In February, there were storms of wind from the north, driving mountains of ice and stones. When the spring tides came, the earth raised herself. The ice melted. With the ebb of the forest, but the images drifted out to the sea. In May, everyone who dared went home. All right, whatever. So what struck me about this one was like this magi. So the magi was like this priest class, just like this evil priest class of Finda people they talk about in this book. At least it doesn't sound like trash AI music. I think that song I played in the intro song that Paul made, I think he ghostwrited and used some AI, so that might be AI. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Excuse me, but so what was pointing out in this one is so there's this magi, and there's this woman, Kat the Frian, who talks about the magi are probably like modern day Jewish people, like the Jew. So I don't really want to get into that. I don't have to get into that right now. I don't have to say I agree with that, and because it's like there seems to be a movement. I don't like when if you go to a conspiracy subreddit on Reddit, there's a lot of Jew hate. They even removing the juice box from TikTok because so many people are talking shit on Jews. So it's like when there's a mainstream movement like that to hate, where it's like we're going against the Jews, it's like for me to do it, it just seems like I don't know, because it seems like they're up to something. Like when they're allowing all this shit in social media that's talking about the Jews, it's like I don't need to be part of that mainstream stuff. Like anything that's mainstream is usually it's off. There's something off about it. But having said that, there could be something to this. This magi, this priest class. So anyways, so you see how these bad times, the children were rebelling against their parents. Good people were secretly murdered. The little old woman who had brought everything to light was found dead in a ditch. So you see how how treacherous this shit gets. They killed a little old woman for bringing. My father, who was a judge, would have her avenged. So he avenged her killers, and then he was murdered in the night in his own house. So you see how things are falling apart. These good people, they're just being straight treacherous, just fucking killing anyone and everyone, that's going against them. So I think that's what's going on. These treacherous ass people that came to power, that's what we're dealing with today. Just want to see if there's any other. Okay, here's something. So yeah. Okay, so let me share this one. Let's see. Okay, I'll start. Okay, from Minnow's writings. We'll start right at the top. When Nehelemia, whose real name was Minerva, was well established, and the Krekelanders loved her as well as her own people did, there came some princes and priests to her citadel and asked Minerva where her possessions lay. Helenia answered, I carry my possessions in my own bosom. What I have inherited is the love of wisdom, justice, and freedom. If I lose these, I shall become as the least of your slaves. Now I give advice for nothing, but then I should sell it. A gentleman went away laughing and saying, your humble servants, wise Helenia. But they missed their object, for the people took up this name as a name of honor. When they saw that their shot had missed, they began to calumniate her and to say that she had bewitched the people. But our people and the good Krekelanders understood at once that it was calumny. She was once asked, if you are not a witch, what is the use of the eggs that you always carry with you? Minerva answered, these eggs are the symbols of Freya's counsels, in which our future and that of the whole human race lies concealed. Time will hatch them, and we must watch that no harm happens to them. The priest said, well answered. But what is the use of the dog in your right hand? Helenia replied, does not the shepherd have a sheepdog to keep his flock together? What the dog is to the shepherd, I am in Phrygia's service. I must watch over Phrygia's flocks. We understand that very well, said the priest. But tell us, what means the owl that always sits upon your head? Is that the light shining animal a sign of your clear vision? No, answered Helenia. He reminds me that there are people on earth who, like him, have their homes in churches and holes, who go about in the twilight, not like him, to deliver us from mice and other plagues. Wait. No, answered Helenia. He reminds me that there are people on earth who, like him, have their homes in churches and holes, who go out in the twilight, not like him, to deliver us from mice and other plagues, but to invent tricks to steal away the knowledge of other people in order to take advantage of them, to make slaves of them, and to suck their blood like leeches. Another time they came with a whole troop of people when the plague was in the country and said, we are all making offerings to the gods that they may take away the plague. Will you not help turn away their anger? Or have you yourself brought the plague into the land with all your arts? No, said Minerva. I know no gods that do evil, therefore I cannot ask them to do better. I only know one good spirit, that is Weralda's, and he is good and never does evil. Where then does evil come from? Asked the priest. All evil comes from you and from the stupidity of the people who let themselves be deceived by you. If then your God is so exceedingly good, why does he not turn away the bad? Asked the priest. Helenia answered, Phrygia has placed us here, and the carrier, that is time, must do the rest. For all calamities there is counsel and remedy to be found, but Weralda wills that we should search it out ourselves in order that we may become strong and wise. If we will not do that, he leads us to our own devices in order that we may experience the results of wise or foolish conduct. Then a priest said, I should think it best to submit. Very possibly, answered Helenia, for then men would be like sheep, and you and the priest would take care of them, shearing them and leading them to the shambles. This is what our God does not desire. He desires that we should help one another, but that all should be free and wise. That is also our desire, and therefore our people choose their princes, counts, counselors, chiefs, and masters among the wisest of the good men, in order that every man shall do his best to be wise and good. Thus doing, we learn ourselves and teach the people that being wise and acting wisely can alone lead to holiness. That seems very good judgment, said the priest. But if you mean that the plague is caused by our stupidity, then Helenia will perhaps be so good as to bestow upon us a little of that new light which she is so proud. Yes, said Helenia, but ravens and other birds of prey feed only on dead carrion, whereas the plague feeds on carrion, whereas the plague feeds not only on carrion, but on bad laws and customs and wicked passions. If you wish the plague to depart from you and not return, you must put down your bad passions and become pure within and without. We admit that the advice is good, said the priest, but how shall we induce all the people under our rule to agree with it? Then Helenia stood up and said, the sparrow follows the sower, and the people their good princes. Therefore it becomes you to begin by rendering yourselves pure, so that you may look within and without, and not be ashamed of your own conduct. Now instead of purifying the people, you have invented foul festivals in which they have so long reveled that they wallow like swine in the mire to atone for your evil passions. The people began to mock and to jeer, so that she did not dare to pursue the subject, and one would have thought that they would have called all the people together to drive us out of the land. But no, in place of abusing her, they went all about the heathenish Cretan land to the Alps, proclaiming that it had pleased the Almighty God to send his clever daughter Minerva, surnamed Helenia, over the sea in a cloud to give the people good counsel, and that all who listened to her should become rich and happy, and in the end governors of all the kingdoms of the earth. They erected statues to her on all their altars. They announced and sold to the simple people advice that she had never given, and related miracles that she had never performed. They cunningly made themselves masters of our laws and customs, and by craft and subtlety were able to explain and spread them around. They appointed priestesses under their own care, who were apparently under the protection of Vesta, our first Irremotor, to watch over the holy lamp. But that lamp they lit themselves, and instead of imbuing the princess with wisdom and then sending them to watch the sick and educate the young, They made them stupid and ignorant and never allowed them to come out. They were employed as advisors, but the advice which seemed to come from them was but the repetition of the behest of the priests. When Helena died, we wished to choose another mother, and some of us wished to go to Texland to look for her. But the priests, who were all powerful among their own people, would not permit it and accused us before the people of being unholy. So, yeah, it's just these nasty priests. Same thing from the Bible, like, but they have a theory about like who these people are and yeah. Trending topics. Let's see. What's up, Saltier? Alex Stein, Gen X Jeff, Wizard Alive. Word. Ravens are not scavengers only. They steal and hunt too. Ravens and crows are the smartest birds. Let me see something here. Was I sharing that one I was reading? I think it was, right? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so these Finded people. So these priests would be like this Finded people. So what do they say about the Finded people? Let's see. All right. So there's these three women, right? There's Lida, Freya, and Finda. Okay. And I could give you an introduction to them, but there's three of them, right? Freya's the good one, and the other two are basically bad in their own ways, right? So let me just read this paragraph. In my youth, I often grumbled at the strictness of the laws, but afterwards I learned to thank Freya for her text and our forefathers for the laws which they established upon it. Roalda or Alvidar has given me many years and have traveled over many lands and seas. And after all that I've seen, I'm convinced that we alone are chosen by Alvidar to have laws. Lida's people can neither make laws nor obey them. They are too stupid and uncivilized. Many are like Finda. They are clever enough, but they are too rapacious, haughty, false, immoral, and bloodthirsty. The toad blows himself out, but he can only crawl. The frog cries, work, work, but he can do nothing but hop and make himself ridiculous. The raven cries, spare, spare, but he steals and wastes everything he gets into his beak. Finda's people are just like these. They say a great deal about making good laws, and everyone wishes to make regulations against misconduct, but does not wish to submit to them himself. Whoever is the most crafty crows over the others and tries to make them submit to him, till another comes who drives him off his perch. So that's just like our modern government, right? These Finda's people say a great deal about making good laws. Everyone wishes to make regulations against misconduct, but does not wish to submit to them himself. Whoever is more crafty, yeah, the way the power things change, they're all just eating each other. You guys get it. Yeah, this stream's going to have low numbers because it's not drama. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, this shit needs to be, whatever, dude. This is just my nightly reminder. I was so fucking tired, dude. I didn't even want to go live. So it's just a quick nightly reminder, dude. Nightly reminder, man. Reminder morning, noon, and night. Nothing could be bad about what I'm saying, dude. These laws are good. Let me see something. Oh yeah, I already had that one. So I'll just close this. All right. There's that one. And then I think I got this. Okay, yeah. So here's like, they got some cool story. I would like to see this story like made into a movie scene. Like a full-blown movie about the Orlinda book, you know? Let's see, where should I start? I guess I could start at the top. Let's see, should I start at the top? Let's see. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll just start at the top. It's great stuff, huh? Big numbers when I'm out fucking doing nonsense. Fucking numbers are up. Fucking actually talking the real deal. It must be shadow. I'll just say there's shadow banning it, right? They saw the picture, they knew the topic, they saw my quotes. Like, nah, we don't need this dude spreading this information around. Maybe people are out and about, who knows? But yeah, let me read some of this. Where am I at? To be this one. All right. This is inscribed in all our citadels. How our Denmark was lost to us 1,602 years after the submersion of Atlant, which could be the sinking of Atlantis. Through the mad wantonness of Woden, Magi had become master of the east part of Scandinavia. Magi are like these evil priests that keep taking control and fucking with us. That I think is the problem we have today, which could be the Jews, but I don't really want to get into that because that's mainstream. So let's just fucking call them priests or whatever. They dare not come over the hills and over the sea. The mother would not prevent it. She said, I see no danger in their weapons, but much in taking the Scandinavians back again, because they are so degenerate and spoilt. The General Assembly were of the same opinion. Therefore, it was left to him. A good 100 years ago, Denmark began to trade. They gave their iron weapons in exchange for gold ornaments, as well as for copper and iron ore. The mother sent messengers to advise them to have nothing to do with this trade. There was danger to their morals in it, and if they lost their morals, they would soon lose their liberty. But the Denmarkers paid no attention to her. They did not believe that they could lose their morals, therefore they would not listen to her. At last they were at a loss themselves for weapons and necessities, and this difficulty was their punishment. Their bodies were brilliantly adorned, but their cupboards and their sheds were empty. Just 100 years after the first ship with provisions sailed from the coast, poverty and want made their appearance. Hunger spread her wings all over the country. Dissension marched proudly about the streets and into the houses. Charity found no place, and unity departed. The child asked its mother for food. She had no food to give, only jewels. The women applied to their husbands, but the husbands appealed to the counts. The counts had nothing to give, or if they had, they hid it away. Now the jewels must be sold. But while the sailors were away for that purpose, the frost came and laid a plank upon the sea and the strait, the sound. When the frost had made the bridge, vigilance ceased in the land, and treachery took its place. Instead of watching on the shores, they put their horses in the sledges and drove off to Scandinavia. Then the Scandinavians, who hungered after the land of their forefathers, came to Denmark. One bright day they all came. Now they said, we have a right to the land of our forefathers. And while they were fighting about it, the Finns came to the defenseless villages and ran away with the children. As they had no good weapons, they lost the battle, and with it their freedom, and Magi became master. All this was the consequence of their not reading Freya's text and neglecting her counsels. There are some who think that they were betrayed by the counts and that the Medians had long suspected it, but if anyone attempted to speak about it, his mouth was shut by golden chains. We can express no opinion about it. We can only say to you, do not trust too much to the wisdom of your princes or your maidens. But if you wish to keep things straight, everybody must watch over his own possessions as well as the general welfare. 2 years after Magi himself came with a fleet of light boats to steal the lamp from the mother of Texan. The lamp is like, they have this lamp, which is very precious to them. It's like this eternal lamp. You know, it's probably made through alchemy. Like you could have a lamp that just burns. You know, you put the philosopher's stone powder in with the oil in it. It'll just burn forever. It seems like magic. So I'm pretty sure this is the lamp. It's very important to them in their culture. So they wanted to steal that lamp. So this wicked deed he accomplished one stormy winter night while the wind roared and the hail rattled against the windows. The watchman on the tower, hearing the noise, lighted his torch. As soon as the light from the tower fell upon the bastion, he saw that that already armed men had got over the wall. He immediately gave the alarm, but it was too late. Before the guard was ready, there were 2,000 people battering the gate. The struggle did not last long, as the guard had not kept a good watch. They were overwhelmed. While the fight was going on, a rascally Finn stole into the chamber of the mother. The mother is that like a very prestigious person. Like, so on Earth, the mother character person in the community is like the highest, but like spiritually, the God is masculine. He's like a man. But the mother, the female, had a very important role. So he stole into the chamber of the mother, like the most important person to them. She gave counsel, was very wise, and would have her done violence. She resisted him and threw him down against the wall. When he got up, he ran his sword through her. If you will not have me, you shall have my sword. A Danish soldier came behind him and clave his head in two. There came from it a stream of black blood and a wreath of blue flame. Yeah, so it would have done her violence. See how they say, it sounds like he's trying to rape her, And she resisted, and he's like, well, if you're not going to have me, you should have my sword. And he's like, he gutted her, So the Magi had the mother nursed on his own ship. As soon as she was well enough to speak clearly, the Magi told her that she must sail with him, but that she should keep her lamp and her maidens, and should hold a station higher than she had ever done before. Moreover, he said that he should ask her in the presence of all his chief men if he would become the ruler of all the country and the people of Phrygia, that she must declare and affirm this, or he would let her die a painful death. Then, when he had gathered all his chiefs around her bed, he asked in a loud voice, Frana, since you are a prophetess, shall I become ruler of all the lands and the people of Phrygia? Frana did as if she took no notice of him. But at last she opened her lips and said, my eyes are dim, but the other light dawns upon my. Yes, I see it. Hear, Eartha, and rejoice with me. At the time of the submersion of Atlan, the first spoke of the jewel stood at the top. So the jewel is a wheel. It's a six-spoked wheel. It's like as it turns, that's like the wheel of time as these ages change. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like time is going on. And, so the first spoke of the jewel stood at the top. After that, it went down, and our freedom with it. When two spokes or 2,000 years shall have rolled down, the sons shall arise who have been bred of the fornication of the priestesses and priests with the people, and shall witness against their fathers. They shall all fall by murder, but what they have proclaimed shall endure, and shall bear fruit in the bosoms of able men, like good seed which is laid upon thy lap. Yet 1,000 years shall the spoke descend and sink deeper into darkness, and the blood shed, and in the blood shed over you by the wickedness of the princes and priests. After that, the dawn shall begin to glow. When they perceive this, all the false princes and priests will strive and wrestle against freedom. But freedom, love, and unity will take the people under their protection and rise out of the vile pool. The light which first only glimmered shall gradually become a flame. The blood of the bad shall flow over your surface, but you must not absorb it. At last, the poisoned animal shall eat it and die of it. All the stories that have been written in praise of the princes and priests shall be committed to the flames. Thenceforth your children shall live in peace. When she had finished speaking, she sank down. The Magi, who had not understood her, shrieked out, I have asked you if I should become master of all the lands and the people of Phrygia, and now you have been speaking to another. Frana raised herself up, stared at him, and said, before 7 days have passed, your soul shall haunt the tombs with the night birds, and your body will be at the bottom of the sea. Very good, said the Magi, swelling with rage. Say that I am coming. Then he said to his executioners, throw this woman overboard. That was the end of the last of the mothers. We do not ask for revenge. Time will provide that. But 1,000 times we will call with Phrygia. Watch, watch, watch. So, yeah, let's keep going. Let me just check it on you guys. This Orland shit is not a hit. It's not a hit. Where are we at here? Here comes the trends. Real Betas, Barcelona. Roach versus Cruz. Rockets versus Mavericks. Bucks versus Pistons. Terrasura, Taria. Vancouver, Miami. Yeah, there's some fights on tonight too. Some UFC fights. All right, let's keep going. This is what I think should be made into a movie, because this next stuff, you know, even what I just read, like I would love to see a movie scene with that, you know. And then they keep going. So this would be how it fared afterwards with the Magi. After the murder of the mother, he brought the lamp and the maidens into his own ship, together with all the booty and that he chose. Afterwards, he went up to the Flymere because he wished to take the maiden of Medasplik or Stavron to install her as mother. But there they were on their guard. The seafaring men of Stavron and Aldegura Aldurga would gladly have gone to John, but the great fleet was out on a distant voyage. So they proceeded in their small fleet to Medisblik and kept themselves concealed in a sheltered place behind trees. The Magi approached Medisblik in broad daylight. Nevertheless, his men boldly stormed the citadel. But as they landed from the boats, our people sallied forth from the creek and shot their arrows with balls of burning turpentine upon the fleet. They were so well aimed that many of the ships were instantly on fire. Those who left to guard the ships shot at us, but they could not reach us. When at last a burning ship drifted towards the ship of the Magi, he ordered the man at the helm to sheer off. But this man was the Dane who had cleft the head of the fin. He said, "You sent our Aramota to the bottom of the sea to say that you were coming. In the hustle and bustle of the fight, you might forget it. Now I will take care that you keep your word." The Magi tried to push him off, but the sailor, a real Frisian and strong as an ox, clutched his head with both hands and pitched him into the surging billows. He then hoisted up his brown shield and sailed straight to our fleet. Thus the maidens came unhurt to us, but the lamp was extinguished, and no one knew how that had happened. When those on the uninjured ships heard that the Magi was drowned, they sailed away because their crews were Danes. When the fleet was far enough off, our sailors turned and shot their burning arrows at the Finns. When the Finns saw that, they found that they were betrayed and fell into confusion and lost all discipline and order. At this moment, the garrison sallied forth from the citadel. Those who resisted were killed, and those who fled found their death in the marshes of the Creeligan Wood. Postscript: when the sailors were in the creek, there was a wag from starboard among them who said, "Medea may well laugh if we rescue her from the citadel." Upon this, the maidens gave to the creek the name Medea Malikia, Lake of Medea. The occurrence that happened after this, everybody can remember. The maidens ought to relate it in their own way and have it well inscribed. We consider our task fulfilled. Hail. End of the book. So I guess the book ends. But you know what I mean? You see how that's like it could be like a movie scene? Wasn't that some pretty good dialogue? And like you could see that like being played out, like some of these old school high budget Hollywood things. Like you make something benevolent like this and tell this story. Like there's a lot of, I like that story. I don't know if you guys were able to follow what was going on there. Good evening, all. What's up, Julian? Just doing a little studying. It's just the evening reminder. It's like there's no fucking panel versus drama, so it's like numbers are low. I mean, I'm not saying I'm fucking hitting it or entertaining or this is fucking awesome content, but it's just a little evening reminder. I'm just sticking to this phrase in this book: remind them morning, noon, and night. So that was kind of my idea for today. Go live morning, noon, and night. Just give people little reminders, bro. And what am I reminding them of morning, noon, and night? If ever should happen that one of your people should sell his freedom, he is not of you. He is a bastard. I counsel you to expel him and his mother from the land. Repeat this to your children morning, noon, and night till they think of it in their dreams. See? Just a little reminder. That's all. Anything after that is extra. I could have just came on stream, read that. It's the evening reminder. Reminder morning, noon, and night. That's it. See if I had anything else on here I wanted to get into. Man, I'm so fucking tired, dude. I was just gonna go to sleep, but then I was like, I'll go on here and I'll fucking check out some of these laws and read some of this shit. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. But I think maybe I'll end it with I might end it, but I'm just thinking about ending it. Let me see how much is in. So this is just I'll just read you this section. It's called "This is Our Earliest History." Waralda, who alone is eternal and good, made the beginning. Then commenced time. Time wrought all things. Whoop, I should be sharing it. Let me start again. This is our earliest history. Waralda, the god, their masculine god, who alone is eternal and good, made the beginning. Then commenced time. Time wrought all things, even the earth. The earth bore grass, herbs, and trees, all useful and all noxious animals. All that is good and useful she brought forth by day, and all that is bad and injurious by night. After the 12th jewel feast, she brought forth 3 maidens, Lida out of fierce heat, Finda out of strong heat, and Freya out of moderate heat. When the last came into existence, Waralda breathed his spirit upon her in order that men might be bound to him. As soon as they were full grown, they took pleasure and delight in the visions of Waralda. Hatred found its way among them. See, you got to be careful with some. I heard there's discrepancies in these translations, but we'll just read this translation for now. There's discrepancies with hatred and different things. So that's why I want to learn Dutch. They say if you know Dutch, you could read the text, the old text, and you can kind of make your own interpretation. Because they say sometimes things aren't just literal translations; they're interpretations. So when people are interpreting things, man, it goes by sort of their own convictions, I'd rather, so then if you get a literal translation, you could make your own interpretations, So they each bore 12 sons and 12 daughters. At every jewel time, a couple. Thence came all mankind. Lida was black, with her hair curled like a lamb's. Her eyes shone like the stars and shot out glances like those of a bird of prey. Lida was acute. She could hear a snake glide and could smell a fish in the water. Lida was strong and nimble. She could bend a large tree, yet when she walked, she did not bruise a flower stalk. Lida was violent. Her voice was loud, and when she screamed in anger, every creature quailed. Wonderful Lida. She had no regards for laws. Her actions were governed by her passions. To help the weak, she would kill the strong, and when she had done it, she would weep by their bodies. Poor Lida. She turned gray by her mad behavior, and at last she died heartbroken by the wickedness of her children. Foolish children. They accused each other of their mother's death. They howled and fought like wolves, and while they did this, the birds devoured the corpse. Who can refrain from tears at such a recital? Finda was yellow, and her hair was like the mane of a horse. She could not bend a tree, but where Lida killed 1 lion, she killed 10. Finda was seductive. Her voice was sweeter than any bird's. Her eyes were alluring and enticing, but whoever looked upon them became her slave. Finda was unreasonable. She wrote thousands of laws, but she never obeyed one. She despised the frankness of the good and gave herself up to flatterers. That was her misfortune. Her head was too full, but her heart was too vain. She loved nobody but herself and wished that all should love her. False Finda. Honey sweet were her words, but those who trusted them found sour at hand. Selfish Finda. She wished to rule everybody, and her sons were like her. They made their sisters serve them, and they slew each other for the mastery. Treacherous Finda. One wrong word would irritate her, and the cruelest deeds did not affect her. If she saw a lizard swallow a spider, she shuddered. But if she saw her children kill a Frisian, her bosom swelled with pleasure. So if her children killed the Frisian, which would be these free people, these good people we're talking about, these people with all the laws. So, but if she saw her children kill a Frisian, her bosom swelled with pleasure. Unfortunate Finda. She died in the bloom of her age, and the mode of her death is unknown. Hypocritical children. Her corpse was buried under a costly stone. Pompous inscriptions were written on it, and loud lamentations were heard at it. But in private, not a tear was shed. Despicable people. The laws that Finda established were written on golden tablets, but the object for which they were made was never attained. The good laws were abolished, and selfishness instituted bad ones in their place. O Finda. Then the earth overflowed with blood, and your children were mown down like grass. Yes, Finda. Those were the fruits of your vanity. Look down from your watchstar and weep. So they call it a watchstar. I think they're talking about like the stars in the sky. They say like some of these people go up there. They call it a watchstar. Freya, who was white like snow at sunrise, and the blue of her eyes vied with the rainbow. Vied means competed. So her eyes were so beautiful, they competed with the beauty of a rainbow. Beautiful Freya. Like the rays of the sun shone the locks of her hair, which were fine as spiders' webs. Clever Freya. When she opened her lips, the birds ceased to sing and the leaves to quiver. Powerful Freya. At the glance of her eye, the lion lay down at her feet, and the adder withheld its poison. Pure Freya. Her food was honey, and her beverage was dew gathered from the cups of the flowers. Sensible Freya. The first lesson that she taught her children was self-control, and the second was the love of virtue. And when they had grown, she taught them the value of liberty. For she said, without liberty, all other virtues serve to make you slaves and to disgrace your origin. Generous Freya. She never allowed metal to be dug from the earth for her own benefit, but when she did it, it was for the general use. Most happy Freya. Like the starry host in the firmament, her children clustered around her. Wise Freya. When she had seen her children reach the 7th generation, she summoned all them to Flyland. There gave them her text, saying, let this be your guide, that it can never go ill with you. So text is like all these different laws I've been reading. They have them like on the walls of the citadel. So it's just like, that's what that is. Exalted Freya. When she had thus spoken, the earth shook like the sea of Oralda. The ground of Flyland sunk beneath her feet. The air was dimmed by tears. And when they looked for their mother, she was already risen to her watching star. Then at length thunder burst from the clouds, and the lightning rode upon the firmament. Watch! Far-seeing Freya. The land from which she had risen was now a stream, and except her text, all that was in it was overwhelmed. Obedient children. When they came to themselves again, they made this high mound and built this citadel upon it. And on the walls they wrote the text. And that everyone should be able to find it. They called the land about it Texland. Therefore it shall remain as long as the earth shall be earth. I don't know. I suspect there could be a connection between Texland and Texas. I possibly like Texland, Texas, because Texas is known for freedom, and I don't know. There could be something there. Freya's text. Prosperity awaits the free. At last shall they see me again. Through him only can I recognize as free, who is neither a slave to another nor to himself. This is my counsel. Check on you guys real quick. Yeah, I appreciate that, Julian. Let me go. Let's see. 1, when in dire distress and when mental and physical energy avail nothing, then have recourse to the spirit of Oralda. But do not appeal to him before you have tried all other means. For I tell you beforehand, and time will prove its truth, that those who give way to discouragement sink under their burdens. 2, to Oralda's spirit only shall you bend the knee in gratitude, thricefold, for what you have received, for what you do receive, and for the hope of aid in time of need. 3, you have seen how speedily I have come to your assistance. Do likewise to your neighbor, but do not wait for his entreaties. The suffering would curse you. My maidens would erase your name from the book, and I would regard you as a stranger. So they're saying if your neighbor needs help, like help him without him asking. 4, let not your neighbor express his thanks to you on bended knee, which is only due to Oralda's spirit. Envy would assail you. Wisdom would ridicule you, and my maidens would accuse you of irreverence. 5, 4 things are given for your enjoyment: air, water, land, and fire. But Oralda is the sole possessor of them. Therefore, my counsel to you is choose upright men who will fairly divide the labor and the fruits, so that no man shall be exempt from work or from his duty of defense. 6, if ever it should happen that one of your people shall sell his freedom, he is not of you. He is a bastard. I counsel you to expel him and his mother from the land. Repeat this to your children morning, noon, and night till they think of it in their dreams. 7, If any man shall deprive another, even his debtor, of his liberty, let him be to you as a vile slave. And I advise you to burn his body and that of his mother in an open place, and bury them 50 feet below the ground, so that no grass shall grow upon them. It would poison your cattle. 8. Meddle not with the people of Lydda nor of Finda, because Waralder would help them, and any injury that you inflict upon them would recoil upon your own head. So he's like saying there, like, those two other groups of people, like, don't fuck with them unnecessarily. Don't go playing with them, like, you know, leave them alone, or you know, unless they're fucking with you. Like, don't go like purposely just trying to like fuck with them just because they're lesser than you. Because they say Waralder will help them if you act like that. So just, you know what I mean? But if they don't play, like if they come playing with you, like we're all, like they got laws like attack their ass, like kill, take fire and sword to their ass. So they're just saying don't like purposefully like be cruel to them. Just like let them be, and if they fuck with you, then you have the right to defend yourself. 9. If it should happen that they come to you for advice or assistance, then it behoves you to help them. But if they should rob you, fall upon them with fire and sword. See, like they don't play. If any of them should seek a daughter of yours to wife, and she is willing, explain to her her folly. But if she will follow her lover, let her go in peace. 11. If your son wishes for a daughter of theirs, do the same as to your daughter, but let neither one or the other ever return among you, for they would introduce foreign morals and customs, and if these were accepted by you, I could no longer watch over you. 12. Upon my servant Fasta I have placed all my hopes. Therefore you must choose her as heir motor. Follow my advice, then she will hereafter remain my servant, as well as all the sacred maidens who succeed her. Then shall the lamp which I have lighted for you never be extinguished. Its brightness shall always illuminate your intellect, and you shall always remain as free from foreign domination as your fresh river water is distinct from the salt sea. Yeah. So this is what, let me read you. So after I just read that, let me read what AI said about this book and about what I'm reading. Let me read it again. So when I looked up a quote from the book, AI said, I cannot fulfill that request. The Oralinda is a text is a known historical forgery and is associated with racist, ethnically exclusionist ideologies and mysticism, which are harmful and promote discrimination. My purpose is to be helpful and harmless, and I am programmed to avoid generating content that promotes hate speech or dangerous ideologies. I will not generate content that advocates for, promotes, or encourages the use of materials associated with such harmful beliefs. See what I'm saying? I'm reading stuff about freedom and all this stuff, and they're saying that's harmful, right? Yeah. Guys, I am exhausted. I just wanted to do this little fucking nightly reminder, go through the book a little bit. None of this stuff is bad, bro. It's probably the reason why the numbers are down. It's just you just can't have it. You just can't have it, man. So either way, this is good stuff. I enjoy reading it. I get something out of it. It's not about paniverse and drama and making money. This is just good stuff, and I encourage anyone to get into it. You know, and if you got alternatives, let me know. We got to have something, dude. We got to have some sort of foundation to move forward from. Like, we have nothing. We're like a bunch of these orphans, like orphan trains and incubator babies. Like, we have no history, man. Oh, the American history, bro. But how many of us, none of us adopt that shit, so we got to get into the heroes, man. Make our own heroes. And yeah, figure this thing out. You guys get it. All right, guys. Tomorrow I'll probably do some jujitsu in the morning. I could go to this comedy thing where I fucking got into it. Like, I could show up at open mic tomorrow night. We'll see. So got to deal with my towed car. I got all the stuff in it I want to get out. I got to figure out that. And then maybe some jobs will come in tomorrow. So, all right, guys, I'm probably going to end it with the usual gorilla season. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Low numbers the whole way. Been live for a little bit over an hour. Texas. Nah, this is great stuff. This Orlando book. Shout out to Shapu, Meltology 101 for introducing me to it. All right, guys, let me cue this up. Where is it at? Share this one. All right, y'all. Much love. Let me make sure. Like this. All right, y'all. Much love, man. Take care.
Yeah. This ain't a season. It's a sermon. Yeah. Still spine. Eyes straight ahead. Silver tongue. Evolution with purpose. You feel that drum line in your chest? Your heart chakra won't give a rest. That's the call to stand for something. Yeah. Yeah. Gorilla season. That's a bloodline reason. Truth stay breathing while the fake ones weaken. Y'all chase trends, I'm tending temples. Building bonds that don't bend when it's stressful. Imagine being in the foxhole, praying like an apostle. And the only thing that'll stop you from giving up in front of the obstacle is a man fighting next to you screaming, I got you. You scroll for more of the rent. I'm in the trench with intent, truth paying the rent. They quote real till the deal gets signed. Then peel off fast when the heat's on the line. Something that's been stuck in my mind is if I start diving money made versus drama looping time. You find this drama looping slaves work about $3 an hour. That's fine, but don't they know we can press rewind, begin to search and find all that line about getting on my level and how to climb. I don't flex clout, I flex conviction. This is permanent red ink, not a subscription. Feed addiction, your timeline faith evaporates quick. Mine built brick by brick, no algorithmic trick. We're talking conviction. Imagine you trying to build a house, but the BQ print is missing. You ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to keep the wind out. What is this? In search of consensus. White gorilla, I'ma need a witness.
It's gorilla season, gorilla season. No off switch, no treason. Truth don't trend, truth don't trend. It's a lifelong reason. Y'all just posting for a buzz of light. We be building systems that survive the night. Y'all just posting for a buzz of light. We building systems that survive the night.
I seen prophets turn profit, then vanish in the mist. Spiritual rifters with a sponsorship list. You was woke to the check clear clean, now your conscience on mute. You off the team, but the best part of this gorilla thing is the jungle been know to bring a certain acetylene, meddling with the vision scene. I'm talking camouflage, green and brown, hot with the metal grain, crouch real low, stop breathing, hold your chest. We hold truth like a family crest, checking lies like we bench press stress. Accountability's the new revolution, mutual correction, that's real evolution. You talk loyalty,
I live that code.
got brothers who would die before they drop that load. Every word that I write, I come back in flesh. Your authentic brand, just merch at best. But now you stress, cause you got a shopping cart, but it's not adding up. Use your mathematics, bruh, instead of the numerology got you stuck.
It's gorilla season, gorilla season. No off switch, no treason. Truth don't trend, truth don't trend. It's a lifelong reason. Y'all just posting for a buzz.
Stop sucking Satan's dick, Brian.
Who's that, Landry?
No, this is Paul.
Oh, my bad. What's up, Paul?
No way you fucking bought that.
Oh, wait, you sound like Landry again.
No, it's not Landry. It's Paul.
So what's up, Landry?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Whoops.
Do you feel okay today?
Did you know what point we were at the stream right there?
The end?
Or did you just show up?
What point? The gorilla season. It's back, right?
Why do you have one eye in the screen?
Oh, I didn't see that side. I was looking at the vertical one. You have two on my screen. When's the last time you talked to your dad?
I mean, I don't really talk to Paul outside of the internet. I mean, I could reach out to him. I thought about reaching out to him, seeing how he's doing, but like, I don't really hit him up or bother him too much.
What's a day in the life of Brian O'Shea?
How about you just show up knowing nothing that's going on? No, I just been working a lot lately. Why are you so fucking smug and act like you're so fucking better than me or something, dude?
I'm not better than you, dude. That's the thing. It's just if I don't have my guard up, right, I'm going to seem uncertain. But this is the only way that I can see
face in the middle of the fucking thing.
It is.
Instead of one
You have it on this. Just make it where there's 3 squares that are rectangles. You know, instead of these.
Bro, move the fuck over so your face is in there.
My desk is right here. I'm leaning all the way in.
You can't move your camera. We can't see you, dude. Why do you have your camera on and then can't see you?
You can.
You can't move the camera. You can't figure out a way to have yourself fucking in the shot.
There you go. Are you happy? My boyfriend followed me. What's up, Thomas?
Landry.
It's Freddie Mercury.
Right? You have a daughter, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just chill. Take it. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Having a conversation with a gentleman named Thomas and another one named Brian. What are you doing?
Like, you think you got it?
Did you remember a Freddie Mercury comment I made and just reference it?
There's an echo.
You think something's off with me, right? You think something's wrong with me and something's good with you.
I don't think that. I mean, don't we all need to fuck with each other? Do you not fuck with me in the same way? Like, Landry, fuck you. And I'm like, hey, no, fuck you. You're like, no, fuck me. Fuck you.
Bro, what do you stand for, bro? In life, you have a daughter, bro.
You repeat yourself a lot.
Daughter, dude. When you have a daughter, right? A little child, like 1 to 2 years old, something like that, right? And you go on these panel verses and you associate with flow state, and you get into these arguments and this panel verse shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you guys talking about? Where do you think this shit goes to? What do you represent?
Rights, freedoms, and principles.
Yeah, he, ha, ha. And you don't.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I've had a hard time learning what those means. In your case, yes. If it sounds very scripted. When I hear something, it doesn't sound like it's just like I'm talking to you. This is off the cuff. It doesn't sound like it's off the cuff for you.
So I was just ending a stream where I was going over this book called Orlinda.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with it at all?
Nope.
Did you see any of the stream? Do you ever watch anything I do, or did you just show up?
You often, for someone with all your critiques, I come in and you're fucking scraping snow. What am I missing? I mean, I'm serious. I don't know like what I missed. I would love for you to tell me.
Scraping snow.
That stream started. It was an afternoon reminder. I had this thing in my head: remind them morning, noon, and evening. So it was supposed to be just a quick little reminder. Shoveling snow. I'll show me working hard. That was just. It wasn't supposed to be like a good stream or anything. That was just. I wanted an afternoon reminder. I had this thing in my remind them morning, noon, and night. And then sometimes we do things where we show us working hard. Like Lou Bass will show him working in the fucking fields. I'll show myself assembling furniture, shoveling snow for a job, just fucking around. It's not like one of the most important streams I do.
Yeah, Scotty B will show himself jerking off. You know, it's just what we do.
What are you doing?
What's who doing?
Where'd he go?
Landry, focus. So you came to my stream. Okay, and I was shoveling snow. I was working.
Yep, you're working.
Right? You're such a fucking piece of shit, dude. I'm just gonna never associate with you, dude.
But how? I'm being sincere,
douche, dude. Why should I have you up here?
But what is it? What did I just say that was douchey? I'm trying to listen to you. I'm trying to hear you out.
Not, dude. You're a fucking cunt. And this is about to be the last time you ever fucking. I'll just fucking ban.
Just explain yourself, right?
Your ass and never talk about you and never have you on my fucking.
Do you think it's because you've made a poor argument, or do you think it's because of?
You're just a fucking dumb cunt, dude. I don't have to. What is a bad man but a good man's job? So I would like to work with you, and I would like to fucking sort of get somewhere with you, dude. But I could also, one of the ways I could do that is just let you go like a child lets their
Well, where would you want to get?
Just learn on your own, bro. Like it talks.
What are you trying to get to?
Figure it out on your own, Landry. Like I'll root for you from this, but I don't have to associate.
Is that not a fair question?
What?
What are you trying to get to? You said you could get work with like for what? To get where?
What do you mean?
You just said, I could work with you and work on you to get you up here, but then I don't even know what that means. What is the end goal? To make me more like you? To make me less of a bitch? What is the objective?
To just adopt a freedom mentality.
Okay, freedom mentality.
And then you see every time, dude, I go into like good stuff, you just shut down.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand what you're saying.
You're just a dumb douche. Like, dude, you're just gonna have to figure life out on your own, bro. I could just do my thing and you do me and you do you, and we'll just see how it all plays out in the end.
Okay, that's fine.
Like whatever path you're on.
I wish you could explain it to me. If it's so much better, then why is it so hard to explain? I'm here with the willingness to listen. Because even when Paul explains it, I don't understand.
I'm better, dude.
Okay, well, what is your?
You just have no fucking. There's no reason to work with you, dude, or talk to you. Like, what would be the reason be? Like, you think there's a reason? You think I should be talking to you or something, or should be like want to talk to you? Why?
Well, there's a link. I clicked the link. It's not much more complicated than that.
Why should I want to talk to you?
You shouldn't want to do anything. You should want to do what you want to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sort of on a path right now, which you haven't seen. I haven't eaten in 8 days. I haven't done weed in 8 days. I've been working my balls off every day for 8 days in a row, making really good money.
Cool. I mean, seriously, like what do you?
Dude, just
I'm not. No, I'm serious. Like, well, that is cool. I appreciate.
Go fuck with yourself.
All right.
Banned from studio. Which I'll just kick you. I'm just not gonna deal with that dude anymore. He's just a dumb cunt douchebag. Just let him figure it out. I give him chances to attempt to work with him, and it's just so fucking cringe and gross. Anything you say, he just goes like he's so fucking smart, but he offers nothing. Like, dude, give me something. Say something inspiring. Give me something to work with. He's just like, it's just a dumb, narcissistic cunt, bro. He'll figure it out. Still rooting for him. There's no hate there. Like I said, he's like a little boy, dude. He's clearly some little abused boy. He's just gonna have to figure it out, bro. That's fine. I don't have to fucking hold his hand and fucking deal with his bullshit. Just fucking. I don't even want to mention these guys anymore, dude. I'll just do me. If I rise up, if not, if they do whatever, bro, I'll root for them. If I fall back off and fall, I hope they rise, bro. I don't want to pull these people down or wish bad things upon them. Just want them to figure it out, bro. That's it. But yeah, that's it, guys. We played the song. Should I hit him with a little crack amico? Some simp shit since Landry was just here. Yeah, since Landry was just here, we'll do the crack amico. Let me find that one. All right, here we go. We'll cue this up. We'll do the just his regular version, his original version, without the. So let's see. Crack amico simp. This is for you, Landry. Here you go.
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm turning from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know it's hard out here for silly shows when you
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm turning from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know it's hard out here for a sim. Shows when you're trying to give your honey every cent. With all the flagrant podcast money spent. We let them bros talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G. Shows when you find out that you're woman for the street. Is it really worth the bombs and machine? You give the scum blood, they please do not redeem. In my eyes, I done seen some crazy things from these cheats. Guess the marriage didn't go how they arranged it to be. Say his name, I regains, put you in a headlock. Motherfucker turned a red pill into a red dot. Headshot, Dred Scott, never seen this type of whipping. Got you tripping, gave her 2 rings like a gymnast. Now she flipping, caught you slipping. Need to stop the ticky-tocking, clock is ticking to that hoe. Drop a phone, hit the kitchen, do the dishes. Drop the special, full of some hack bits. Ironically named it gaslit, that's some sad shit. Need to head back to the gas pump where your dad is. If you ain't gon' keep your hands strong, then drop the black scent. Fuck that shit, I hope you rise and turn to a savage. No more buying them Birkin bags when they come with baggage. You was trying to hone your craft, she was with them frat kids. They was busting out of back while they playing Madden. Man, I ain't trying to make you mad, I hate that this happened. Time to take off on your carpet, gotta drop the jasmine. This what happens when you go 30 years of life and never get none. Looking like a boo don't mean you need to be a simp, son. Cash, please keep your cash free. On the other side, the grass green with no jazz lean. Need to wake up from this bad dream. She only love you for your name. Guess it must be all the bundles of cash to make her sing. You're a king, you just need a real queen for the throne. Independent brown baller and your money is your own. She ain't working, cooking, cleaning, don't contribute to your home. All she do is take away from what you grown. I say brown boy selling quick, got bitches wanna check. Leash tight, no slack, time to take that pussy back. Go and seize on that bitch. Her soul rotten, can't spray no Febreze on that shit. Gotta unbelieve what the fuck you mean, don't need no dominance. At least remove her internet. She lacking basic intellect. You hate her, but you love her when you get her right. She slipping left and right when you give lip. She got you missing pecs and kissing next. She giving sex, stop giving checks. Someone she'll be giving next. And that's on God, on repeat. But you flagrant young and rich, there's lots of queens for you to meet. That won't play you like a fool, even make you something to eat. Full transition from the sipping to the fucking top G. Because it's hard out here for a sim. Shows when you're trying to give your honey every cent. With all the flagrant podcast money spent. We let them bros talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G. Shows when you find out that you're woman for the street. Is it really worth the bombs and machine? You getting scum blooded, please do not redeem. Shows, Swigger.
Hey, free Jeff and Hannah. Shout out Andrew Brennan.